Hi and welcome to another episode of The Well of Inspiration right here on our YouTube channel. This is the Cradle of Life, and as always we bring content to you that inspires, motivates and hopefully helps you take your business and your personal life to the next level of success. As always, Wellington coming through with messages, and we welcome him again today on The Well of Inspiration. Hi Wellington, how are you?
Hey Dawn, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, much better. How about yourself?
I'm doing very well. I'm doing very, very well. It's a little bit cooler nowadays, so enjoying a little bit of cold weather for a change.
That's fantastic. I'm sure you're loving it.
Of course I am.
Great stuff. Wellington, let's talk about what episode we have in store for our audience today on The Well of Inspiration.
Okay, so today I would like us to speak about getting your mind prepared for success, right? We often, go through different things, and we've heard this saying that you are your worst enemy. Meaning to say that sometimes we do things on our own that tend to hinder or prohibit our success the way it's supposed to come through. So we will then look back and we say, oh my goodness, I had this in my hands, but for some reason it slipped through my hands. We often strive to achieve great things. We do all the things we're capable of doing, but through the insights and the knowledge we gain along the way, somehow we then find ourselves losing what we are supposed to be working for. And when we receive it, we struggle to hold on to it. Now, sometimes even when we get it, it just never seems to be enough. And when it doesn't seem to be enough, we then engage in behaviors and activities that tend to pull us away from our original intentions, meaning to say that we then kind of self-sabotage, okay? Sometimes the reason why this happens is because, you cannot outsmart your mindset. If your mindset is stuck in a particular place, no matter how hard you work, no matter how well you commit to achieving a particular goal, even when you get it, if your mind is not ready to process, to embrace, and to live with the success when it comes, you may find yourself struggling. So the question I'd like us to ask today and find ways to answer is your mind prepared for success? Are you prepared for the success that you're working so hard for? That is the question I want us to answer today. And I believe that we will be able to explore ideas and information and strategies that can help us to discover how we can actually prepare our minds for success in order for us to embrace it with open arms and have that success help us to live our lives to the best of our potential, impacting positively to our families, our societies, and those that look up to us.
Fantastic, Wellington. And I think this is something that a lot of our audience will be able to take in the different things that we can do, the strategies that we can implement and put forward that will allow us to see what mistakes we're making and to allow us to actually grow and be able to be ready for that success. Because I know a lot of us are not ready for the success that we are looking for. So those different tools and methods and different tactics that you will put forward today, I know will help a lot of the audience who are watching today.
Look, I certainly believe that, Dawn, and thank you so much for the opportunity. I always love to come here to share this kind of information, ideas and strategies that are designed to help us to take our lives, our businesses, our careers, our relationships, and even our finances to the next level of success. Now, I think for us to get the conversation started, let's understand why the lack of preparedness of our minds tends to lead us to sabotage our own success. There are two things that come to my mind when it comes to this. Number one is fear, right? And then number two is lack of preparation. Okay? We haven't done the work to prepare ourselves to embrace success when it comes. As a result, we tend to sabotage ourselves. Let's talk about preparation for a moment. You see, as you work towards achieving a goal, as you strive towards making something happen in your life, we tend to focus on the things that need to be done to achieve the success. But we forget to focus on who we are becoming as we are working to achieve the success. Because remember, at the end of the day, your success is really in who you become. And who you become is a result of the transformation of your mindset from a particular place to where you want to be. And who you are when success hits you, when the numbers begin to make sense in your bank account, or when your business becomes profitable, or even when your relationship that you've been working so hard for becomes a strong relationship, is your mind ready to receive that? Okay, that is where the preparation comes in. So as we prepare, as we work hard to achieve success, as we do the things we need to do, as we take care of the daily tasks and daily responsibilities, as we achieve the milestones every single day, guys, let's pay attention to who we are becoming in the process, because who you are becoming is your real preparation for success. If you succeed beyond your level of preparedness, you will sabotage yourself to bring yourself back to the place where your mind is comfortable.
That's very interesting, Wellington, because this goes back down to change, embracing that change, allowing yourself to grow through this process as you prepare yourself, allowing yourself to become something else and embracing that. Because if you stay stuck in where you are, you're never going to actually be ready to accept or to receive the success that's coming your way.
100%. And you know, the mind is elastic, right? They talk about the elasticity of the mind. The mind is elastic. And what happens with the mind is that if you stretch your mind to a certain place, it never goes back to where it was before. That is why it's important that while we achieve, while we reach the milestones, while we hit the goals, we should also be stretching our minds to go with us where our success is taking us, to go with us where our goals are taking us, to go with us where our actions, our habits, the things we do every single day is actually taking us. Because when we do that, our state of preparedness and the potential of our success becoming long-term success, even intergenerational success, it comes back to our preparedness. Because when you're prepared, then you are even ready to pass on the steps you took. You are able to pass on the knowledge, the wisdom you gathered along the way to those that come after you. It becomes a blessing to not only yourself, but to those that you love and those that come after you.
Fantastic, Wellington. Absolutely love this episode. All right, it is all about your mind, preparing your mind for success. Is your mind prepared for success? We're taking a quick break. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the Well of Inspiration. Today it's all about, is your mind prepared for success? And Wellington is saying this is absolutely critical. Your mind has to be ready for the success when it comes. This also goes into, the different changes that you have to go through. He talked about understanding the lack of preparedness. You need to know there are two things that really we focus on. That's fear and the lack of preparation. And Wellington says when you do not prepare for what you need to prepare for you to have that success and be able to deal with it, this is where the problem comes in. He says sometimes we self-sabotage. And he says we forget to focus on who we are becoming, which is absolutely critical for us to do. Wellington, back to you.
Thank you so much, Dawn. So it's not all a story of gloom and doom as we say it here. It's not like we're saying that if you are working on your success, you will self-sabotage and therefore there's nothing you can do. It's just going to happen the way it happens. I'm saying to you today that there are opportunities, and the reason why we are having this conversation today is to show each other, to remind each other that it is possible to achieve success and have our minds ready to embrace this success when it comes. And there are things we can do to get ourselves into that state of preparedness, a state that allows us to live with our success comfortably and enough for that success to really make a difference in our lives. Now, what are those things that we can do? I think the first thing that we want to think about is, number one, identify what you really want to achieve from the outset. Think about what it is you really want to achieve. What are you working for? Are you working so that you make money, or are you working so that you can make a difference to your family? Are you working so that you can be seen as the most educated in your community, or are you working so that you can inspire the generations that come after you? That reason for success is what will help you to see the real core of why you do the things that you're doing. And it will take you back to then recognizing that whatever you're doing is not just for yourself. There are people out there who are behind you, following, watching, learning from you, and aspiring to become whatever it is you want to become. When you do this, your mindset is in a different place. Now you are becoming a person of contribution, not just a person with a lot of money. Okay, you may run the business, make it so successful, but also remember that by running the business, you are contributing to the community by providing jobs, by bringing good value, good quality products to the marketplace. When you recognize this, then the purpose of doing whatever you're doing changes, improves, and is upgraded to a different mindset. And that mindset is the mindset that will enable your success to become a success you can sustain for the long term, because you are not doing things for yourself. And therefore, this mindset informs your habits. It informs how you recognize your success and how you measure the success, and how you then want your success to continue even after you're gone. That's the first thing that I would suggest that we consider doing. Now, the second thing is, if you really want to change your mindset to a certain place where it will enable you to embrace your success when it comes, try to get into this space where you learn to visualize what you want to achieve in real time. So I'm saying to you today, you want your business to grow. You've got a vision for your business. Take some time to roll back and see in your mind's eye what it is you are targeting to achieve. This puts your mind in a different space where you transcend beyond your current circumstances and recognize the possibilities that lie ahead of you. What that does is it changes your mindset from a mindset that deals with the present to a mindset that recognizes the great possibilities of the future. When you do this, my friends, your mind has now stretched itself to a certain place where it wasn't before. And that transformation of the mind, when the success comes to you, it is not like you're seeing it for the first time, because you have seen it in your mind before it came. That way, it is not alien to you. You don't get carried away by the success, because you've been there before in your mind. When it comes and you recognize it, recognition of success is important, because you can only recognize something that you know. Sometimes if we haven't visualized and worked on our minds to see where we're going before we get there, when it comes, we don't recognize it, and we tend to then abuse the success because we don't recognize that this is the thing we've been fighting for so long. When it comes to us, we're not ready for it, and we start being self-destructive. We start engaging in self-sabotaging behavior.
Wow, Wellington, such insight into this. I love this. Identify what you really want to achieve and then learn how to visualize it. It's fantastic. And I think these are the different steps that we do need to implement. And I think for those who are watching, I do hope that you are jotting down notes like myself. These are things that you can go back on, the notes that you can reflect on and actually put into play when you are trying to put every step the right way, so that when you get that success, you're ready for the success.
Absolutely. And I have another suggestion when it comes to this aspect of seeing your success before it comes. I don't know if you've done this before, Don, but I've used this. Dream boards. Having a dream board, a place where you can even take pictures of the future that you are seeing, placing them somewhere. The car that you want to drive, you place it somewhere. The balance you want to see on your bank account, you put it on your dream board. you put these things and you live with them every day. Every day you look at them every single day. You embrace them every single day. They no longer look alien to you. Your mind is prepared for them. And when they do come to you, they are not coming to a stranger. They are coming to a friend who has been waiting for them to come. And when that friend receives them, the friend receives them with the best hospitality possible. So much that when you get the money, you don't take the money and you spend it on unreasonable things. You spend the money on value. You spend the money on contribution, because that money is a friend who is coming to you, and you've already prepared yourself to be hospitable to this friend who is coming to you at that particular time. This is very, very important. And one of the things that will happen is that as you visualize, as you transform your mindset and become somebody that you were not before, as your mind stretches, grows, and helps you, takes you to the place where you really want to be, you will realize that even your actions begin to transform. Because remember, your mind informs your habits. The things that you do are informed by the things that you think. So the actions you take every single day are impacted by where your mind is. That is why, my friends, I'm saying to you that if you have a habit of procrastinating, maybe you need to look at your vision board again and recognize where you are, see where you're going, and realize that there's a lot of work to be done in between, and therefore no time to waste. This is what will transform you to become a person of action, a person who takes every minute and draws value from it. This is the impact of your mind becoming into a certain place, which is a place of confidence, a place of value, and a place that motivates you to achieve the goals and the dreams that you've set for yourself to achieve.
Absolutely, Wellington. I love this. I love the fact that you talk about, knowing what you want, learning how to visualize it, and then that dream board, because trust me, it does work. I know, I've tried this. You have all the little things that you want to put in place. You put them on that dream board, you visualize it, you look at it every day, and those things actually come to pass. Because if your mind is thinking of it, if your mind is actually focused on those things, that is what it works towards getting.
Absolutely. And now that we've spoken about this, remember, I'm not saying that the journey is going to be smooth all the way. There will be obstacles. Even with a mind that is well stretched, well exercised, and in the right place, obstacles will come. But here's what will happen. Because your mind is in a place of achievement, of growth and progress, your mind will not allow you to be held back by the obstacles. It is the strength of your mind that will give you the impetus for you to stand tall and go over the obstacles that you meet along the way. You will have the creative ability to navigate through the challenges, to find solutions to the problems that you face, and to find, the big hammer that you can use to break down the walls that may be set in front of you, so to speak. It is the stretching of your mind that will also be able to give you the strength and the power to overcome obstacles. So this whole conversation about stretching your mind and preparing your mind for success is very important, because as your mind prepares for success, you become stronger as a person. And even if you meet failure along the way, the failure will not hold you back. Every setback will be for you a setup for you to come back. And when you come back stronger, you come back wiser, you come back even more determined to achieve success, all because your mind is ready for it.
Wow, Wellington, absolutely fantastic stuff coming through on the Well of Inspiration today. And for those who are watching, please do not hesitate, get in touch with us. If you want to leave a comment, you have a question, please do so in the comment section below. Make sure you leave your comment. You could also reach out to Wellington on Facebook. He has a Facebook page called the Well of Inspiration. There's also Instagram, Well of Inspiration, and his website, www.wellofinspiration.com. Wellington, before we wrap up on this episode, any final words for our viewers who are watching today?
Well, I'm just basically saying to you guys, remember this. Achieving success is one thing. Becoming a person of success is another thing. Remember this, my friends. as you achieve things, as you win every day, remember to allow your mind to also grow and stretch and become even better. That will help you to become a better person, and the success that you achieve will become even more meaningful to you.
Fantastic, Wellington. Thank you so much for joining us again. And we really do appreciate this content. And we know it is touching people in different ways. And like I said, if it's your first time here watching on The Well of Inspiration, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And don't forget as well to check out The Well of Inspiration and follow The Well of Inspiration. The content that comes out of there is absolutely inspiring and motivating. Wellington, it's been great. It's been fantastic. I've learned a few things that I know will help me as I move along, and I do know the viewers as well have.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, John. It's been a pleasure being here, and I wish you a tremendous week ahead.
And the same to you. Till next time, take care.
Thank you.